Hello everyone, this is the third part of tutorial videos dedicated to character creation system, and now we're gonna add hair color change and skin color change logic. Let's start. Let's open our character, and we need let's open metahuman root character first. Let's search for metahumans. Man head type 1. No, not head type 1. Let's man T1 and open one with hair, beard, and mustache. Let's start with hair. So let's select grooms, search for hair in detail in components panel. Here are materials for hair, 3 of them. For mustache, we have the same. And the same for beard. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create dynamic material instances for hair, mustache, and beard materials. We need all 3 of them. Let's move it here, open BP character template, and let's open our interface for character template. And add few functions in our interface. Let's call it maybe not like this. Maybe we don't even need interface. Let's check. Let's open our service that applies configuration to each character. And here we have setup colors function. Let's open it. Let's add a sequence. Let's add current character. And let's call get hair. It will return us groom. Here we're gonna call get materials. This will return us all materials, and for each of them we're gonna check if it is already a dynamic instance material. Cast to dynamic material instance dynamic. And if it is false, then we're gonna create dynamic material. Create. Let's just get it from array pin and call dynamic, create dynamic material instance. This is what we're doing if cast failed. And we don't need a world context object, we need to plug it into a parent, not a world context object. Optional name not needed, creation flags not needed, so it needs, yes, it requires world get world get context. Well, it looks like blueprints don't support get world function, so I think we can get a character here, cast it to actor, cast to actor, no. Okay, we can plug it here. We'll see if it will work. I'm not sure about that, but well, we have created dynamic material instance, and we need to set some parameter to it. Let's open a metahuman character, select hair, and open material instances. And we need to change hair dye. So hair dye is our parameter. It accepts vector. So let's copy display name of hair dye, open back our service, and set vector parameter value. No, not this. Set vector, maybe this one. Yes, second one. Parameter name is gonna be hair dye, and the value is gonna be a linear color. So what do we need to do? We need to get current character, get configuration. Let's do it here. Break configuration and plug hair color into value. Okay, now we need to set this dynamic material to groom by itself. So here is a groom. We need to, let's just duplicate this get hair function here and set material and call set material. This dynamic material instance goes to a material. And the element index is a for loop index. Okay. In case if this material already exists, then we gonna skip this part and start from this part. And what do we need to do? We need to promote this material instance dynamic to a local variable. Let's call it L hair material here. Let's move everything a little bit to the right. And we need to set it here also. Let's disconnect this dynamic material here, 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 and here, and use local variable instead. We're doing this because in case if we didn't do that and just plugged it here, it would try to use this reference here. But now we are just switching the reference. We're using this one if we are going through this route, and we're using this one if we are going through this route. So for hair, it looks like this. Now we just need to duplicate this and do the same for beard and mustache. Instead of get hair, I'm gonna get mustache. And instead of setting it to a local hair material, we're gonna set it to local mustache material. And here also. Now we need to replace this hair material and hair material with mustache materials. And now we're doing this because mustache material, it has the same parent material, so it has same material instance parameters. And let's duplicate this one. And instead of getting a mustache, we're gonna get beard. Okay, now what we also need to do, I think that's all. So what we need to do, we need to open generate random configuration, and we need to generate random hair color. We already have hair colors array that we have filled in one part of tutorials. We can get this array and call random array item and plug it here. We don't need to change to recreate these materials if we are changing hair type and so on, because they all are white and they all are using the same materials. No, and it doesn't depend on hair type. So what else we gonna do? I think let's open. Oh, we have already added debug button for generation of new character. Let's start. Let's see if it works. Um, okay, it doesn't work for mustache. And looks like something is wrong with head hair. No, no, looks like everything is okay. Okay, so what's wrong by our beard and mustache are not colored? Oh, because for our mustache we are getting hair here and not a mustache, so we're gonna get current character and call get mustache and use it here. And the same for beard, instead of get here, we're gonna call get beard and plug it here. Also, we need to do the same with eyebrows, but let's check if everything works correctly. No. Looks like beard color sometimes is... what's wrong with it? Something is wrong with this type of beard. Let's take a look on what's going on with this type of beard. I think it's man hair T3. Yes, this is this one. And maybe some materials are different for beard. This beard has hair cards, hair 4 and hair helmet. And in case of this one, hair, okay. So looks like material sequence is different. Like you can see that here we have hair, then cards, then helmet, and for this type of beard we have cards, hair, and then helmet. So second and first materials are switched, and this is why for this type of beard color is not applied correctly. So what we gonna do? What we gonna do? We gonna... I'm not sure. I think maybe we will use not get materials, but we gonna... let's try for beard. Let's call get slots, get material slots names, slot names. And we gonna loop through material slots instead of materials, because I expect that slot names are equal. These are slot names. Yes. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna, let's move it a little bit. We're gonna get material by name, slot name, and we're gonna use this one here and this one here. Also, instead of setting material by index, now we're gonna set this material by slot name, set material by name, and we need to provide the name. So here it is. Still not correct. Hmm. Well, if it will be a first, so this beard looks correct. This beard also looks correctly. Now the problem is when we are tapping U keyboard button and regenerating a character, because by default it works fine. Okay, let's see. So it oh wait. No, let's check it. Okay, cast works. Um, it has started to work without any changes. Wait, maybe it worked previously, but mustache not working because we need to implement the same logic for mustache. Well, let's do that. Let's open. Looks like beard works. I don't know why I have thought that it doesn't. So the same for mustache. I'm just gonna. Maybe there is a way to make this solution universal, and I'm sure there is a way. Let's do it universal. Let's create a function and set up color for groom. Set up color for groom, and we need to pass groom. Groom asset, and we need to paste this here. We don't need this because we're gonna use groom. Get material. Wait, how did it work there? get beard is groom. Oh, groom component, not groom asset. Groom component. Plug it here. Plug it here. Okay, okay. We need to promote it to create local variable and rename it to L material. Okay, create dynamic instance material, dynamic material instance, current configuration, hair color. Instead of get beard, we gonna use get groom and use it here. Okay, now we can open our get material by name. We need also get groom and plug it here. Now let's open setup colors and remove everything like this. Now we're gonna call setup color for groom. Setup color for groom here. Setup color for groom here. And let's do the same for eyebrows. Current character. Get eyebrows. Setup color for groom. Save, compile. Now let's see if everything works. Huh. Well, we need to... I'm not sure if mustache is really colored correctly. No, it doesn't look like black. So mustache doesn't work. Because I'm calling get beard here instead of get mustache. Get mustache. Plug it here. And eyebrows. Eyebrows are working incorrectly. Let's select eyebrows and see what it has. My hair, my facial hair. Well, should work normally, by the way. Let's see if mustache works now. Why they are white by default? Hair dye applied different. Maybe let's open our character and search for LOD sync. Maybe the problem is with LOD eyebrows. One, LOD one. How do they look on LOD 0? Okay, let it be 1. What can we do with eyebrows? And why not their color is changed in default configuration? That's also a good question. Okay, previously we have created such function for setting up color for grooms, and now instead of creating dynamic material instance from material from slot, we're gonna switch on this slot and use one material to create dynamic material instance, because both hair use the same material, mustache use the same material, beard, and so on. So what we're gonna do, instead of connecting this get material by name to create dynamic material instance here, we're gonna get slot name and select and plug it. Oh, not like this. Gonna select. Can I plug it like this? No. Can I switch on it? Switch on name. So yes, I can switch on it. Don't know why I cannot use select. If I can use switch, maybe I need a pure select. Well, okay, we're gonna use switch. Let's move it a little bit like this. Cast file goes here. No, switch is not good. Switch is not good. Maybe if I will convert name to string, then I will be able to select on string. Okay. Well, let's do it like this. Let's use equal. Um, let's use equal operator, and we're gonna check if slot is named mi hair. We're gonna use select. Or let's even do it like this. Let's create a new function and call it get material for slot name. Paste it here, plug name as an input, and let's call it slot name. And this function gonna return us a material interface. So if it is my hair, we're gonna use just select hair here, search for this material, show it in content browser, and put it here. So we're gonna, for my hair slot, we're gonna use my hair. And let's add return node and plug it here. For false, we're gonna get slot name and check if it is equal to, let's move it somewhere here, I think. We're gonna check if it is equal to second slot name my hair cards. Duplicate select, plug it here, and this goes into false. So for my hair cards, we're gonna use this material and put it into true. For false, we just gonna duplicate this and get slot name if it is equal to my hair helmet. We're gonna use my hair helmet in true. Let's move it to the bottom. Duplicate it again. Well, let's check which slots we also may have. For example, eyebrows, mi facial hair. And we're gonna use mi facial hair for this in true. And let's check if we have anything else. Looks like not. And if false, we're gonna return nothing. Let's select this function and make it a pure function. And navigate back to setup color for groom. Here we're gonna call this get material for slot name like this and plug material here. Okay, and as previously we are setting hair dye and so on. So what it's gonna do, I think that color of all hair should be the same. Let's run it, a project, and see how it works. Everything is white. Everything is white. Do I even call this setup colors? Yes. And do I have a hair color here? Yes. Hair, mustache. Well, something is not working. Setting material to slot, hair dye. Let's run it again. Maybe. Okay. It works now. I just don't know why, but you can see that there is that it is colored incorrectly. There is some parameters that we have to change also, I think. Let's open material and take a look. Let's open my hair material and see what instead of hair dye can affect, I think, highlights hair dye. Let's copy parameter name, open our service again, and this is a parameter that we have to change also. Let's get this local material and set vector parameter value, second function, and parameter name is gonna be highlights hair dye. Okay, and value is gonna be hair color from a structure. Save compile. Let's see if it will fix a problem. No, but I will leave it. I will leave change of this parameter as it is, and I'm gonna try. Well, which one of these? Let's try one by one. Ombre hair dye, copy display name. Just gonna duplicate this logic. And copy parameter name. Ombre hair dye. And plug hair color here. So the pin. Let's see. Yes, looks like this is it. Looks like this was a parameter that messed everything. Also, do we even have white color? Yes. Well, we have a problem. I don't remember if I have already mentioned. For this type of head, we have some hair here. That's because we are using incorrect eyelashes. So what do we need to do? We need to also create a function like setup eyelashes, and it will just use a correct groom asset and groom binding asset for each type of a head. Let's call setup eyelashes. It's gonna get current character. Get, we don't have get eyelashes function in our blueprint interface. Let's find our interface first. Here it is. And just duplicate get eyebrows and let's call get eyelashes. Save, compile. Now we need to implement this function in a blueprint. Let's open character template blueprint. And in interface we have a new function, where is it? Get eyelashes. And we need to plug eyelashes here. Save, compile. Now we can close this blueprint and open our service back. Now we can call get eyelashes, and we're gonna add a sequence. And first we're gonna call set groom asset and set groom binding asset. So what do we need to do? We need to get configuration. So let's get current configuration, break it, and depending on the head, we're gonna select groom asset, and depending on a head, we're gonna select groom binding asset. Well, let's see which eyelashes are used for each type of a head. Let's open man head type 1, male hair. We are using these eyelashes. Let's select them and for type 1 put them here. Let's select binding asset now. How is it called? Sparse. So we need sparse groom binding. Here it is. And put it in groom binding type 1. Next, let's select man head type 2, male hair. Sparse also. Okay. Let's select them, put them here, and groom binding, put it here. Save compile. Now we need to call this function. Let's open apply character configuration and let's call it here, for example. It doesn't matter at which point we're gonna call it. Let's see if it will fix our... Yes, now eyelashes are fixed and this type of head doesn't have any strange hair under lips. Well, now color. Maybe it is a little bit strange color that is on your choice. You can configure them here, but for example, if you want to make them look a little bit prettier, then for ombre hair dye that we have set it up earlier, we can use something like maybe a lerp between a color and black, for example, with alpha 0.5, so that it will be something in the middle of hair color and the black color. And maybe it will give some darken effect. No? Or yes, I'm not sure. I think yes, so it darkens a little bit, so it makes hair to look not that monolithic, I think. And well, we can use 0.7 for higher effect. That's on your choice. You can use it as you wish. So that's it for hair color. Now we need to change skin color. So we have set up colors function. Now we need to change skin color for a head, as it is a separate mesh, and for a body. Well, let's select I think head first. Where is it? Face. And see which material we have to change. There are a lot of materials here, but I think we need to change LOD1 material, LOD3 and LOD5, 7 materials. Let's open them and see which parameters we have to change. Here it is. Color correct, base color correct, I think, or brightness. You can open parent material and see how it works. So here is color correct. It just multiplies a base color on this. And brightness is our parameter if we want to use just skin tone, because it also just multiplies. So we're gonna use base color brightness. You can use base color, color correct, and use an exact color if you want. So let's close this, and let's start from body. Oh, that was a face. Okay, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna do almost the same as we have done for grooms. We gonna get current character, get head, and we're gonna get we're gonna add the for each loop, make array, and we're gonna use a literal name. Make literal name, plug it here, and we have 3 materials. Let's see what slot names we're gonna use. We're gonna use this one. Let's copy it, and we can delete this now as the array type is now defined. So this is gonna be a first slot material, first material slot, second one, and third one. I'm sure that all these 3 materials have the same parameters. They should have the same parent, so I'm not opening every one. I'm not opening each of them to check it. One is enough, I think. Okay, so these are slots that we have to change. Let's plug it here again, so that for each loop type also will be defined. And we're gonna get material by name. We're gonna call get material by name from a head and plug this slot. I'm gonna cast to dynamic material instance dynamic. Okay, in this function we have 3 local variables. We can delete them. They are not needed. But this one is needed. Let's right click on material instance dynamic and promote it to a local variable. L head my. Okay, this is in true, and in false we're gonna call create dynamic material instance. Not this one. Create dynamic material instance, maybe second one. Yes, gonna use second one. And for parent we're gonna use this material, and for world context object let's open setup color for groom and see what we have used. We have used current character as a world context object. Let's use it here also. Now we need the name. No, we don't need a name. Okay, and we're gonna set it to a local variable. Now we need to set this parameter base color underscore brightness. So we gonna get here and call set it's a scalar parameter already, not a vector. Second one, okay, and plug both of these into here, and we need parameter name. Let's copy it, right click, okay, let's close it and open it again. Here it is, base color brightness, right click, copy display name, and paste it here. Now, brightness. If we're gonna use 0, then head color will be totally black. And if we will use 1, then it will be the default one. So we need to generate, in generate random configuration, we have skin tone. Let's use some random float in range. We're doing this in generate random configuration function. and gonna use between 0 dot maybe 15 to 1. You can change these values as you wish. So the lower the value, the darker the skin color. And we gonna get this configuration and use it as a value for base color underscore brightness. So we're gonna get character, get configuration. Where we gonna do that? As it is not a pure function, we're gonna do it somewhere here. Or no, before for each loop. We don't need to call this function every loop iteration. So we're gonna call it before. Here, here. Or even like this, we're gonna do it before the sequence in the function start and promote it to a local variable because we're gonna use this for a body also. Right click, promote to local variable and call it L configuration and plug it back into sequence. So let's move it back. Here we can get configuration now, break it, and use skin tone as a value. So this gonna change skin color for a head. Let's check. So yes, now you see that it generates random skin tones. We can use values higher than 1 to make it I'm not sure. Let's check. I think it will work, like maybe 5. I think there is some clamp there in material. Yes, here it is. So that's on your choice which values to use here. I'm gonna use like this for tutorial video. Now we need to do the same for a body. Let's select body and see which materials does it use. Okay, it uses only one material, really? Why simplified? Okay, why it is just simplified? Well, okay, and as you can see, details in body and details in head are different. That's strange. Forced LOD 0 doesn't change anything. Let's open a body by itself and see which materials are in an asset. It's the same. Okay. Well, I think that we have to download metahumans in cinematic settings to make to see body without simplified material, but with something normal. But in case if you're using if you're playing game from some distance, from afar, or if you were close, this will be fine. Okay, let's see. Let's see which parameter of this material we have to change. Let's open it. The same base color brightness, but it uses... Well, let's see where this material is located. By the way, maybe body materials. Okay, so let's open our blueprint again and now let's open our service. Our service, open setup colors. And what do we need to do? In case if you have downloaded MetaHuman in Cinematic, maybe you're having a few materials here, like for a head, like a bunch of materials. Then you're gonna just duplicate the logic from head to a body. In my case, where my body have only one material, I'm gonna use only one material, and I'm not gonna use for each loop. And what we're gonna do, we don't have get body function, I think. Oh no, we have. Okay, that's great. So let's move it everything a little bit upward and add a new sequence pin. Well, let's get current character and get body. And we're gonna get material by name. Let's open a body. As we have only one material, we can just use this slot name. Let's copy it and paste it here. And my body synthesized, simplified. Now we can copy custom material instance dynamic, promote it to a local variable l body mi. In case of fault, we gonna get this material and call create dynamic material instance here. Instead of world context object, we're gonna use this one. And set body my. And duplicate this logic here. Duplicate, just duplicate, plug everything into this function, and instead of l head mi, we're gonna use l body mi. Well, looks like that's all. Oh wait. Oh wait. But I didn't. Well, I have created dynamic material instance, but I've never set it. How did it work? How did it work? Well, I suppose it creates dynamic material instance every time for a head, because I have never set it into a slot. So what we're gonna do here, also for a head, we're gonna get this head and call set material by name. Because without this, our cast will always fail and it will create dynamic material instance every time that we are changing a color, and we don't want to do that. We want to create dynamic material instance only once. And here for a slot name, we are plugging for each loop array element, and material is gonna be l head mi. And we're gonna do the same for a body. But here we're gonna get current character, get body, and call set material by name. Material is gonna be l body mi. And as we don't have for loop, we're gonna just copy this material slot name and paste it here. Save compile. Now for body it should also work. Let's see. Yes. They have the same color, but details are like this. We cannot do anything with it, only download metahuman in cinematic and change body type and change body mesh. Well, that's all I think. Now I think we can move camera a little bit backward. Maybe like this to see whole character, almost whole character. And by tapping on your keyboard button, hair color, skin color is changed. Well, that's all for this video. Also, you cannot stop on this one. As you can see, for example, for hair, there are a lot of parameters here. If you want, you can configure everything from here with your blueprints, and the same for a head, for a body. That's on your choice. I'm changing only color because I don't want to deal with everything here. And in next video we will create a user interface to set up these parameters directly, like in a real game, by clicking on some buttons, selecting a color, and so on. Thanks for watching. See you in next videos.